Okay, today we are going to draw a blue coyote. We read a story earlier this week about a blue coyote, and now we are going to draw one. So what you will need is that brown paper that was in your folder and your oil pastels. I am also going to have you draw in pencil first, and then we'll go back and color it in. Now I am going to use a black pencil so that you can see mine, but you can just use a regular pencil so that you can erase if you need to. Alright, so our paper is going to be landscape, and we are going to start with the coyote in the middle, and I am going to have you draw a nose, a circle, and it's on the left side of your paper about a third of the way. So if you put your hand, you probably could put your hand this way and then draw a circle for his nose. The next thing that we are going to draw is just kind of above and a little bit over to the left, his first eye, and you're going to draw a circle for that. And then even with that eye, actually mine's a little bit lower because his head's tipped up, I'm going to draw the other eye. And it looks like I've left 2 of my fingers, but it might be 3 of yours. Now, from the nose up to the eye, we're going to draw a line that curves up and around, and it touches the eye right here at the top. So it has to touch the circle you just drew. And then you're going to do the bottom part of the eye where it touches the bottom of the circle, and you're going to make it look kind of like almond shaped. There's the first eye. And then a line from this edge back down to the nose. That's part of his snout. Then we're going to do the same thing with this one, but this one's going to go parallel here, which means it follows this line up. It gets a little bit wider as we go up towards the eye, and then it's going to curve over. So it starts out the same, and then it goes curve all the way over. And this line is a little bit longer than this one because we can see more of this side of his face. Then we're going to do the almond shape, and remember we want to keep the eyes a bit almost the same size, so this one's going to curve and touch the bottom and then connect with that line you just drew. Okay, now we're going to do this part of his snout. It starts at the nose again, kind of right where that other one, this line starts, and then you're going to just draw it out kind of even, like flat, even out there. So now there's about 2 fingers, about 1 of mine, maybe 1.5. And then you're going to make zigzag lines to connect it, like that. All right, now we're going to do the top of his head. So we're going to start up here where this edge is, and we're going to curve it around until we meet the other eye. There's the top of his head. Okay, I know it looks kind of weird right now, but we're going to get there. Okay, we're going to add 2 ears, and they're just going to be like a triangle like this, and then a curve that way. So this is like the inside of his ear, this is the outside of his ear, above this eye. And then the other ear is the same, like that. Okay, now we're going to do his mouth. So starting at the tip of his nose, we're going to curve around. Now it comes almost to the edge of his eye right there. And then we're going to go back, curve around to here, underneath his eye. Now we're going to connect then up to these. This is still the side of his face, so we got lots of fur. Okay, and then I might even draw some teeth in there because coyotes have sharp teeth. And we'll color those in later. There. Okay, now his back starts right at his nose, and it's going to go about this far. We want to leave about a hand's width at the end. So we're just going to draw the kind of a curved line like that. And then, so that's just the top of the back. Now his tummy starts at the edge of his mouth, and it's going to curve down like this. And we're going to stop just past the end of his mouth, because we've got to leave room for his legs. So here I'm going to draw one leg, and it's about a finger width. And then, so I drew two lines that go this way, and he's taking a step, so the other part of his leg goes out like this. This line is longer than that one, so that when you draw the line this way, you have space for his leg. And then I'm just going to do like little claw feet there. Okay? Then his other leg is behind this one, so we're going to just draw two lines down, and then like that. Make sure that the lines on this side match up with the lines on that side. Okay? Now, we're going to curve the back side around, and we want to make it curve in back towards the front so that you can tell that the back side. Now remember, animals have legs that are about the same length, so they need to kind of end at the same spot or it's going to look funny. So if your front foot ends here or here, wherever it ends, that's where the bottom of this back foot has to be. So I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to put my little claws. Now, usually back legs have a little bit more muscle, so that we're going to curve like that. It looks fatter than this. It's not just a skinny little. Now, between these two, and if you notice that this one and this one, they start kind of close to the same height, we're going to draw our belly connecting. And then we'll do the fourth leg that starts here, and it's kind of behind that leg. And then we do the little claws like that. Okay, make sure your legs aren't too skinny. That one almost to me looks a little bit too skinny. Now, his belly is lighter than his back, so I'm going to draw a line to show where the lighter part is. And then I'm going to hop over his leg, and it's going to go right to there. Okay, then we're going to draw a tail. Now, we are going to put some leaves and some branches over here, so you're going to end up wanting to erase. I'm going to just skip over because I know where I want to put my leaves, but you can just draw his tail. It curls up around, and then this curls up around, and I'm going to put a bit shaggy hair at the end. Okay, now we're going to put a pot down here in the front, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to draw kind of an oval right there in the middle, underneath his chest over here at the edge of the paper. Doesn't matter if it goes off. Then you're going to draw a line that goes down, and this curve at the bottom has to be the same as this curve at the top. Okay, and then we're going to draw the top edge of the bucket so it curves up. So you're going to make just this top one double, kind of like we did on the blue guitar, and then we'll add a handle. There's our handle. All right, we want to have some differentiation between the background and the ground. So starting at the pot, I'm just going to make a wavy line. When I hit part of the coyote, I'm going to skip over it, and it's just a wavy line because it's not flat. Okay, so this is going to be the grass. This is the pot. Now we're going to draw some leaves and branches. So I'm going to put some branches over here. These are my branches, and then I'm going to add leaves. Now leaves are going to be almond shape, and I am going to just go like this. Now if you draw over your tail, you can erase the lines of the tail. I didn't do mine because I didn't want to have to erase them, but you want the leaves to cover up part of your coyote. And then I'm going to do some leaves that are falling out of the trees. Like that. Okay. And then I will do some on the other corner over here where I have space. Okay, so I'll do a branch right here and some leaves on it. Okay, and then I might do some leaves up here that are kind of hanging. You can't see the branch, but you can see the leaves. And I'll do some here. Okay. Now, because we're doing a blue coyote, we are going to use our blue oil pastel first. So, we're just going to color the whole coyote blue. And then I'm going to teach you how to do some highlights. So if you color your whole coyote blue, okay, and we want to try to not leave too many gaps. Okay. Oops. All right. Remember, this is not actually coyote down there. That's now I'm going to also color the face too, but I want to keep some little highlights. So I want to put a little bit of orange above his eyes and along the snout right here and inside his ears. Okay, then I can go back with my blue and kind of color around. But you don't want to color the nose because we're going to do that black. Okay, and then I'm going to show you how to put in highlights. Okay, so I put in all the blue. Don't color over the orange. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the white. And we want his belly to be lighter, so I'm going to color over the blue with the white to make it lighter. All this section right here. Okay, and we want a little bit of highlight on this leg right here, so I'm just going to do a little bit right there. And I want a little bit on his back. The sun is shining in here. Okay, now, once I get my highlights in there, I'm going to go back with my blue and fill in those other spaces. So we don't have all that paper showing through. Okay, now on his head, what we're going to do his forehead, a little bit of white, make it light blue right there. Okay, and then I will go back with my blue. Okay, now, so those were the highlights. We want to do some low lights. Low lights are the darker sections. So we're going to take our purple this time, and we're going to do purple right under his eyes. And I'm going to do his paws purple. And the tip of his tail. I forgot to color his tail blue, so I will go back and do that. But the tip, I'm going to do purple. And then I'm going to take my blue and color the tail. Okay, now I'm going to go back and color over those little spots that are showing. All right, we're going to take the black and we're going to color in his nose. and his eyes, but I want to leave a little bit of white in the center like that. The same on this side. Leave a little dot in the middle. And then I'm going to take my white and I'm going to do the white parts of his eyes. Okay, now when we're done, we will go back with the brown and we'll go over the outline with the brown. Okay, so we're going to color the pot next. So what I want to do with the pot is I want to color the edges orange. I'm going to leave this section in the middle plain for now. And the edge over here orange. Because we want to try to make the pot look like it's round. And then I'm going to take my red and I'll make a little bit of red right here. And yellow in the middle. Okay, so if you're yellow, if you left too much space, you can go back with the orange. And the same on the top, orange with just a bit of red highlight right there. Okay, this pot is filled with water, so we're going to do circles. A little bit of purple on the edge and a little bit of white in the middle. Okay, now the grass I'm going to color green with the dark green. So we want to color this whole area in. Oops, I forgot the handle here. Color that orange. Okay. And then the cool thing, so I'm not going to do this whole thing in front of you, but I'm going to color this whole thing green. For our leaves, we want to do half of it dark green and half of it light green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line down the center, and half I'm going to color dark green, and then I'm going to color the other half light green on each leaf. So I might just go through and color all of halves with the dark. Okay, and then I'll go back with my light green and color the other half.